G'day everyone, in this episode I want to show you how to install a cavity slider. Now we're at frame stage at the minute, so we'll chuck the carcass in and then when we'll come back after plaster we can actually hang the door, get the jamb nice and straight and then put the architraves on. So my name's Rob Dingledye, this is my YouTube channel Dingle DIY, so hopefully you learned something and we'll jump right into it. So I've already installed one cavity slider and I'll be putting another one right here. So I'll show you how it sits, then we can work our way towards an end product. So basically you want to buy your cavity slider before you do any framing, that way you know exactly what size it is. Mine suits an 820 door, and typically whatever door you get, the size of the unit is going to be double the size of the door. So just measure it up, see what width it is, just double check. You don't actually have to fully assemble it yet. But you can mock it up and then get a measurement from end to end, and then you know what frame size you want, what frame opening you want. So I always allow 10 extra millimeters just so I can pack the jamb on this side, pack it perfectly vertical so that there's no little waves when you close the door, no gaps of light coming through. So I'll run over and grab the cavity and we can pin it to our jamb stud. And then once that's in position, we can screw it all together and then put our header piece of timber in and then just work tight to the cavity slider. So I'll go grab that now. All right, I've just unpacked the cavity slider. Now we've got our jamb piece. I'll show you how to install that. We've got our header rail and then two little pelmets that just cover the rail once everything's finished. So put these to the side, put all your hardware and your roller bearings and all your wheels, put them to the side. We're just interested in getting on with the framing and getting the bare minimum of the cavity slider in. Now I've already run a chalk line to get this straight wall. That's going to come in handy for getting the cavity slider set up. So basically when you're putting any wall in, mark it square or parallel depending on how old your house is and how you're going to fudge things. But string your walls, chalk them, and then you know you can work your timber to a straight line and you know everything's going to be perfect and look nice. So I've got that chalk line on the ground. I'm going to nail the back edge of this cavity unit into the stud I've already installed, and then I can screw down into the floor and then we'll worry about assembling the rest. Now you can get 100mm wide and 90mm wide cavities. I'm using 90mm timber, so I'm going to be using a 90mm cavity slider. So get that flush with your studs and then nail it in so long as your stud works perfectly plumb. Alright, I just like to put a nail at every rail. It's pretty much overkill, but that's the way I like to do things. And now we can jump on to screwing it into the floor. Alright, the cavity slider should come with some screws. We'll take these button head screws. They go through the bottom, through these black little plates. Alright, it's time to prepare the jamb and the header. We're going to nail these two together and then assemble it onto the cavity. Now, there's a good side and a bad side to the jamb stud, or just the jambs rather. So you'll notice two of these corners will be smoother than the other two, and they are the front, they're the seen ones, but usually the back side is usually more damaged than the front side, so that's another way you can tell which way is the front, which way is the back. Now I just like to use a lot of glue and some hand nails. This kit doesn't come with hand nails, I use my own. I prefer them to the screws. Alright, I've just cut my header to length. Now I'll put that on top. Alright, I've got my header cut to length. I'm going to put that on top. We can nail it in on the same end where the cavity's already been nailed to the stud. We know that's not going to move. And then we'll just whack a level on this, lift it up or push it down, do what we have to do to get it level, and then we'll nail it in at the other end. And then we can screw a cavity slider track. We'll screw that up to the header. Alright, I've just got a ruler here. Now this mimics plaster. It's 10mm thick, so it's plaster. So we can put that here. Make sure this outside edge is flush with the ruler, and that way your architraves will sit flat. And that's where we screw our header in. Alright, for now, we're just going to screw this temporarily in position, and then we'll come back later and finish everything off once the plaster's on. So same as before, 10mm. And that'll do for now. We'll come back and pack this out and hang the door after plaster. Alright, I'm getting ready to hang the sliding doors. Now these are the rollers, they go in the track. These clip the roller to the door, so we've got to screw these to the door. Screws, adjusting spanner, and then two different types of guide for the door. So you can either put these two on and the door will run between these two guides, or you can cut a groove in the bottom of the door and then it would run, the groove would run along that fin there. So the doors I bought don't have grooves in them. I don't feel like cutting any grooves, so I'm just going to use these two. It's a bit simpler. So we'll move on to mounting the door. Alright, start by just inserting your little rollers. Next you want to just mark the middle of the door, 100mm in, put a screw in, and then just pre-drill that after you've screwed the first one in. Same at that end, so that's 100mm up in the middle. Now we can put that on our rollers. Alright, once that's seated, we've got this locking clip here. We just spin that, lock it in, and then we can still adjust the height of the door even though we've locked it in. Next thing we need to do is pack this out, straighten it up and screw it off properly. Once you get that straight and once you get it plumb, you can adjust your door accordingly to match the door jamb. So we'll just put a few screws in it, use some packers, get that right, and then after that we can do the pelmet and the handles and things like that, and even the architraves. forgot to film an outro at the time of making this video, so here we are now. I'll just summarize what we did. First of all, you want to figure out what size door you want to use. Your cavity slider is going to be double the size of the door. So make sure that your opening in your frame is going to accommodate your cavity slider. Usually buy your cavity slider first, then you can measure it, double check your opening, and then start installing it as I've shown you. I didn't film the installation of the handle. I've been over that before on previous videos. I'll link them below. I've already done a tutorial on traditionally hung doors, handles, architraves, even mortise locks. So if you're looking for more information on installing architraves and all the rest of that and door handles, I'll link those videos below. I'll just show you these door guides close up. I don't think I explained it well at the time, but basically the wedge shape of those ensures that you don't rub the paint off your door and that the guides only operate on the bottom corner. So if you do rub the paint off, you wouldn't see it. I'll give you a close-up of that. So if your door doesn't have a groove cut in the bottom of it, like mine doesn't, you can't use the shark fin unless you cut your own groove. The alternative is to use these. And as you can see, they're only touching on this bottom corner. There's a little bit of a gap here. So if you install them correctly, you shouldn't be rubbing any paint off your door. I'll show you the other cavity slider I've done in the powder room. That's got a lock on it. I'll show you how that works. Now just to show you, you can get cavity sliders with locking doorknobs on them. This matches the other one I had in the passageway. And these little hooks just come out as you operate it. And they hook up into the striker plate. And that's how you can install a locking handle on a cavity slider. Now because this is a passageway, there's no striker here. It's just kind of a handle somewhere that you can grab without making the door all dirty. There's no striker plate here. Like in the video, we just got that straight. We've got our pelmets in with some nice caps on those screws. That just hides all the mechanism in here. Now one thing I forgot to mention as well in detail, when you pack that jam out, you want to get it as straight as you can, and then you adjust your door left and right by raising or lowering the rollers, and that's how you can minimize the gaps between the jam and the door, and that's going to be the best looking option. This video is a part of a video series that I'm doing on my own house. I have been renovating it. Sometimes I make tutorials like this, other times it's more of a montage and a time lapse, more of an entertainment piece. So there's more videos coming out on the house, more tutorials coming. So if you feel like watching those, feel like learning, or maybe just watching them for the sake of some entertainment, subscribe and you'll see those videos when they come out. There should already be a couple up. So feel free to check that out, and we'll see you next time.